Now we're unmuted, sweetie.
Now we are unmuted.
We're definitely unmuted. The masses can hear us.
That is so nice.
I wonder how everybody's doing today.
I know I'm cold.
Of course you're cold, sweetie.
That's okay. I'm supposed to grab your hoodie.
You gonna grab it now before I got the camera on?
Yep.
Okay.
And I am. Because it's cold. It's sunshine.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Tech Trapper Live. I think we have some guests that followed us over. Well, followed you over from TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me.
It is you.
Now it's you.
Me. Hey, how y'all doing? Tech Trapper Live. Tech Trapper Live.
Is this your favorite song?
It is. I like saying that part because it's your theme song.
Do you want to just record the theme song?
Tech Trapper Live.
Because we can make that happen. You can just record the song.
But I need more to say than just Tech Trapper Live.
Oh, you want me to write it?
Yeah.
You want to say something flagrant?
No, why would I want to say something like that? It
know.
is very clear, isn't it, Hope? It's very clear.
Who said it was very clear?
Hope. She said
Oh.
clear.
You know, I try to be a little professional, Hope, you know. I try to be professional. So how's everybody doing today? Dominique, see if it's like making a buzzing noise.
Buzz noise. Do y'all hear buzzing noise?
Oh, you want me to write it?
Yeah. I hear no buzz. Teach me, oh master.
It's not that hard. I mean, your camera's more fire than mine. So the camera that's on Dominique is an old camera. That thing not even 4K. That's like 1080p. And then the other camera shoots up to 6K, I think. But your camera is way more fire than mine, Hope. Yep, it's way more fire than mine. So welcome everybody to another episode of Tech Trapper Live. Another episode of Tech Trapper Live with the sweetie. And of course, me.
See, no buzz.
On a Sunday. So I don't know how many people we're going to have in the chat on a Sunday at 9:00 p.m.
Tech Trapper Live on a Sunday.
It's not normally like my normal show. We usually do what? Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
Yeah.
We didn't do what? Wednesday and Friday?
No, because had just got back. I was extremely tired.
And then we would normally do a Saturday, but we didn't do Saturday because our goddaughter went to her prom.
Oh, it was so nice.
It was nice. And so
be Kobe and Shaq.
We can be. When I came home, I had some footage, so I made a short little video type situation. It was pretty cool.
It was very nice. Yep. My goddaughter looks so pretty.
So pretty.
Oh gosh. Yep. I almost cried, but I'm a G, so
she is a G. She did almost cry too.
I did. I just feel good because she's been through so much these last couple of years, and there are times when she could have been out of here, but she's here, and yeah. So it was a good day.
Sweetie, I think before we get into e-ink talk, I think it's time that we get like Hope in studio to have a planting trees podcast type of interview.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
You got that, Hope? When you get back, we're going to set up a meet and greet and get you in the cast. Yay.
We can do that. In a controlled environment, you know?
Yeah.
So, tonight, we are talking about a couple of things. I don't think we're going to be as long as we normally are, but we're going to dive into some stuff. One of them is going to be the remarkable paper pier hype. Is it worth all the hype? What'd she say?
I can fly home in the morning.
No. Enjoy your your vacation for your birthday. have fun at the community pool on the boat. You know, yeah. So yeah, so we're talking about the Remarkable Paper Pure. Remarkable Paper Pure, yeah. The Remarkable Paper Pure and the hype surrounding it, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And then the second topic of the night is around the Lumi. I forgot what I said about the Lumi actually. What did I say? Because I forgot that fast.
That sounds more fun.
No, I'm not doing that. Oh yeah. So the Remarkable Paper Pure, is it worth the hype? And how good is the Gen 2 10.3? I wanted to talk about that after now some extended use of having it. I've been jumping back and forth between the Gen 2 and the Gen 1 10.3. Not because I don't like the Gen 2 10.3, but because I actually wanted to just sit down and see if the Gen 2 is really better, if the Gen 1 is better, and the Gen 2 is just the new thing. I wanted to check that out as well. And I also was kind of thinking about the Note Max, sweetie. You know I got the Note Max now, right?
Yes.
It's a large
The
tablet.
Note Max is the big one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very large tablet. Extremely large for no reason. Tablet.
This is the Note
Like
Max.
the size of a laptop.
This is the 10.3, which is the same size as the Gen 1.
Hey Sharon.
Hey Sharon, how you doing? So you can see it's much larger. And so we'll talk about that experience first.
It covered your entire face, dude.
It did cover my entire face. I've had the Note Max here before.
Mm-hmm.
I reviewed it.
Mm-hmm.
A content creator let me use it to review it, and I didn't like it.
Mm-mm.
I didn't like it at all. But later on down the line, I said, you know what, Dave, I'm not doing anything with this Crystal Nomad. He was ready to move on from the Note Max, so we kind of made a deal. And so I really sat with the Note Max now. I like it.
You like it now?
I like it.
You like the big tablet now?
But I like it for a certain use case, though. So I have a use case for it.
And
It's
what's that?
one, my commonplace journal.
Oh.
It's good for the commonplace journal because it's a larger canvas for me to do a lot of copy and paste and some of the things I do, which I still enjoy doing on the smaller, 10.3 or the Note Air 4C. But when it comes to just the real estate, it is more comfortable. I didn't think it would be as good as a note taker because I'm like, it's just too large, but it's pretty cool. I actually like writing on it as well. So like writing out my scripts is great for it. Now I know I was supposed to be writing this script on the Manta, which I am. That one. But the other project, no Max. Not because the Manta's bad, it's just no Max. Yeah. But in my extended use of the Gen 2 Lumi, I guess the question is it really better than the 10.3 Gen 1? What do you think, sweetie? What would make an upgraded generation of a tablet worth your while?
I don't know.
Why did you want the new Kindle so bad?
Well, because one, it was color.
Right.
And I wanted the color aspect of it. And I thought it would be some different upgrades to the filing systems and things like that.
Which it was.
So I thought that would be pretty cool, which actually comes in very handy that you could link, add your books into the filing system. And I like that.
And see, I think with the Kindle, not only did you get some more useful, not only did they give you some useful upgrades when it came to the software, when it comes to organization and just maneuvering around the tablet, they also gave you a redesigned tablet. So you got redesigned hardware. You got a larger tablet, lighter tablet. I feel like you got a more premium looking tablet.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I didn't have an issue with the design of the Gen 1 and Gen 2 scribe. I like the little handle thing on the left hand side, but a lot of people didn't like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. I liked it. But I do like the new design of the Kindle Scribe. And you're right, it is color. If it wasn't color
I still would want it.
and it was black and white, would you still want it?
Yeah.
But the non-front lit would be a no for you. You need one with a light, right?
Yeah. Hey, Mitchell.
Mitchell, what's going on? Oh yes, the remarkable guru is in the
Yeah,
building.
I need a light because I read in dark places.
Yeah. We need Mitchell. All right, say guys, especially if you're in the Discord, rants about tech. We gotta harass Mitchell to do a remarkable paper pure video because he knows a lot about the remarkable paper pure when it comes to the firmware and everything that's going to be coming out. And I would like to know more. I would like an informed I would like an informed video on the paper pure. Really can't wait to get my hands on it. And we're gonna talk about that too. But yeah, I was just thinking about the Lumi. That I really need to upgrade.
Why haven't you?
Huh?
It had upgrade available.
No, like the
Like
difference
the-
between the Gen 1 to the Gen 2 was
Oh, okay.
the upgrade worth it,
Okay.
I think if I didn't need a front light, then no. If I didn't need a front light, I probably would not have wanted or needed, not I wanted it because it's the newer 10.3 and it's my favorite tablet. But I wouldn't have needed it. I didn't know I needed a front light this much until now though. Well, we gotta check because
It's
look
just
at
I shouldn't have hit a button. I didn't mean to. It's just like the RM2 and Paper Pro had a baby. Developer mode like the Pro fam. Same limited pen colors like the RM2. Absolutely, even without the device, Mitchell knows his stuff.
Yeah, Mitchell does know his stuff. Mitchell does know his stuff. And so I was having a conversation with another creator. I don't know if I was having a conversation with another creator. One of the questions that we had when it comes to like the 10.3 Gen 2, the remarkable paper pure now, is some of these lists, some of the top 10 lists. And I actually said I was gonna make my own top 10 list. I haven't. I have it here I have a top 10 list in front of me. It literally says, can y'all see it?
No.
Can you see it?
That's better, but we know it's a list there, but we can't. There we go.
It literally says Aaron's top 10 list.
Aaron's top list. It don't say that. It says top list.
Same thing.
I'm just saying, it should be hackable.
What should be hackable?
Mitchell says it should be hackable.
What should be hackable? My top 10 list?
No, he said that earlier. I'm guessing the pure. I'm guessing maybe
the pure should be hackable. Oh, I don't know. See, Mitchell knows all of that stuff. I just turn on the tablet and write. Oh, I had a sweetie. You remember we were in Barnes and Nobles today? Your favorite place to go.
Mm-hmm.
And while you were perusing the books, I was at the Starbucks area.
Uh-huh.
Working on my book.
Uh-huh.
Writing on my book. I was writing in the book. I was getting some work done, some organization done, and some character development, right?
Correct.
I got stopped every 5 minutes, I think. That's why I called you and was like, yeah, I'm finna go outside.
Really? I just thought you were stepping outside to be stepping outside.
Well, that too. But it wasn't like a bad step outside. I just realized I wasn't going to be able to get any work done. I was sitting next to an older guy. And so I ordered my coffee, and it's pretty packed. So I was like, hey, somebody sitting there? And he's like, nah, it's your seat. Cool. So I sat the RM2 down. Mm-hmm. And so I sat it down, but I had the cover open because I was reading over some material until, I ordered, right? So I sat it down, but it was open. Mm-hmm. And he was just staring at it the entire time. So I sat down with my coffee. I was drinking. I started taking some notes in one of the chapters that I had already wrote. I was taking some notes, right? And so he was like, "Hey, is that an iPad?" And I was like, "Nah, it's not an iPad. That's a remarkable tool. It's an e-ink tablet." I gave him the whole pitch, right?
Right.
He was so intrigued,
Mm.
and so he left me alone. Like a couple of minutes later. So is it like paper? I was like, yeah, it has a paper like feel, you know what I'm saying? I let him try it out, write on it, whatever. And he was just in awe. He's like, oh. A couple of minutes later went by. So can you use it like a computer? And I was like, no, you can't use it like a computer. He was like, but you have a keyboard. And I'm like, how do you know I have a keyboard? So I think he flipped it over when my back was turned.
Probably.
So he was like,
You know?
yeah. So he was like, well, that's keyboard. I'm like, well, yeah, it does have a keyboard. So then I put it in a type folio and let him type on it. And I showed him you could type on it, stuff like that. And so then like a couple minutes later, like, can I take a picture of this? Like, where do you buy this from? So, so you can get it from Amazon, Best Buy, Remarkable itself. And I said, but this is like a 6-year-old tablet. They have a new version coming out. It's black and white called the Paper Pure. They also have another version already out, the Remarkable Paper Pro. It's color. Then they have the Move. It's smaller. And he was like, do you have any of those? I'm like, I have them, but I don't have them on me. He was like so intrigued. This dude took
he was supposed to have you pull them all out.
he took like 4 photos. But then there was like a little younger college kid next to me. He was doing some studying, but the entire time it's like I'm talking to 3 people because they're all sitting there like,
Not you giving a class in Starbucks.
In Starbucks. So I was like, you know what? Let me go outside, sit in the car. So that's what I did. Usually the Remarkable doesn't garner that much attention.
So what does?
Well, usually people leave me alone, but that's probably because I'd be sitting there looking like I would feel like being bothered, but I don't know. I was in a good mood, so I didn't look like I didn't want to be bothered. I was like, cool. But he was an older gentleman, so he didn't care anyway, to be honest with you.
He did, Mitchell.
What did he say?
He said you can't buy it anymore. And he said Aaron went from an RM hater to damn RM salesman.
Mitchell, I did. Yeah. But you know what though, Mitchell? And I talked about this before. And I'm gonna say this, and it's not a shot at any content creator whatsoever. It's not a shot at anybody. But I blame the YouTubers. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've told this story before. When I first decided to get into e-ink, I was in the hospital 2.5 years ago, just sitting in the hospital doing what you do when you're just sitting in the hospital watching YouTube videos, ordering shit, right? So I was watching this dude. I like to watch this dude. His name is Mr. Beast something. Mr. Beast, not Mr. Beast. It's called like he's this tech guy from the UK, from like Great Britain. And he just buys random tech stuff. And he literally like just glossed over the RM2. He was like, "Oh yeah, I got this thing Remarkable too. I read like newspapers on it, and you can kind of write on it. That's all you can do." And I saw it, and I was like, "That looks cool." I was gonna buy the Remarkable 2 until I got on YouTube, and all the YouTubers were telling me how limited it was, and I was like, you know what? Let me buy this Kindle Scribe. So once Rod fell in love with the Move, I had to try the Move. And within 5 minutes of me trying the Move, I had to buy it. Like, Dave from Tablet Tech sent me his Move and was like, try it out. And Dave, let me buy this. It doesn't need to leave my house again. And he was like, that's fine. And that's what we did. Just for him to buy another one, which is crazy. But yeah. And then I bought the paper, and then I bought the RM2, like December or something. And I was like, man, I should have bought this first. Mm. If I would have bought the Remarkable 2 first, I probably wouldn't have bought any other e-ink tablet. I probably would have built my channel off Remarkable like I built my channel off of books and Scribe. What we got in chat?
Hey, Christina, she said you need commission. Mitchell says, RM Remarkable used to have a referral program till a couple of years ago. It doesn't help that a lot of reviewers follow the scripts from the companies instead of showing how they use the device.
And see, that's my thing. So my channel is my channel is decent. You know, I don't have like the bigger following. Well, you guys know I don't have the biggest following, and I don't make like the flashy videos. I don't make the top tens. Not a knock, but I don't make the top tens. I don't do a lot of comparisons, and I don't try to hype one brand over the other one. I just like eating. Like I honestly like all of these tablets, so I just like to show how I'm using the tablet and the use cases. Um, like I genuinely don't have a tablet I don't like using. The tablets the tablets that I don't use are like the MobiScribe Wave. And it's not because it's a bad tablet, it's just the older tablet. I don't think like there's not too much support for that tablet. The MobiScribe Wave was the first mini tablet just in that 7 to 8 inch size category that I bought that had a front light, that had a calendar that you could assign. It had a front light, a calendar. It had a front light. It has a front light, a calendar. You can associate notes with days for future meetings. All that stuff is there. OCR, tags, links, image insertion. You can do all of that with the MobiScribe Wave. It's just it's not a bad built tablet.
Mm-hmm.
It's plastic. It's waterproof. The screen is plastic. It's an older screen tech, but it really doesn't look any. Honestly, it don't look no different than the Nomad and all the Carter 1000 minis, like the Nomad, the AI Paper, the AI Note Air 2, the AI Paper Mini. Like all of them have the same screen. Now it's slower, so it's not as snappier as those other tablets.
Yeah.
But it's all plastic. It's all plastic like the Nomad. I said once, I said the Nomad is just a more premium version of the MobiScribe Wave, and the Supernote Elitist tarred and feathered me. Well,
Tarred and feathered.
that's what he might as well with the in chat.
Aaron ain't bought, but he's selling.
Oh no! If I like your tablet, I definitely will promote it. And that's the thing. Like there hasn't really been a tablet that I've reviewed that I haven't promoted. And I'm not the biggest fan of Supernote, and it's not because it's a bad tablet. Supernotes are good tablets. I would suggest Supernote to someone if it fits their use case. I just don't think Supernote is what these content creators are making it out to be, though. Like we'll get into that when we start talking about the paper pure and the hype. But yeah, man, it was kind of cool talking to someone about the e-ink. Yeah. So it seems like every time I go to this Starbucks, I'm having an e-ink conversation with somebody. Because last time we were in there, I had the move. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to the young lady, I think she was in law school.
Yep.
Yeah, she was like, oh, wow. School.
And she had her laptop out and a big binder.
A big binder.
A big, thick binder for her notes and everything like that. She probably definitely could have used a e-ink tablet. But she took some notes. She took some things down.
Yeah, she took things down.
Maybe she'll look into it to get one. Who knows?
When I was in hospital, I had the nurse writing on the nurse was writing on the 10.3 Lumi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the nurse, the Nas, is that her name? The nurse lady.
I don't remember. Yeah. I probably was gone.
Cause she walked. Yeah, you were gone. She walked in, and I was working on something on the Lumi, and she was like, "What is that?" And I told her. And I had the Lumi and the Manta out side by side because I was working on some content. And she wrote on both of them. And she didn't like the Manta, but she liked the Lumi. And so I told her where to go. Amazon. I sent her to YouTube. I think she looked at some of the reviews. And then I think she bought one.
Oh, cool. Definitely need a commission.
Yeah.
Christina says, yeah, MobiScribe 1 was my first, then got into the Kickstarter or whatever for RM2. Mitchell says, I don't know why Remarkable doesn't target students. They definitely should.
They definitely should. I mean,
would clean up.
And the tablet is geared for that. Like I know we talk about it's not a lot of annotation tools when it comes to how it handles PDFs and EPUBs. And you know the scaling is not the best on the Remarkable 2, and the move is awkwardly shaped. I've used the Paper Pro. I have one on the way, but I don't know if the Paper Pro handles PDFs and EPUBs any differently when it comes to, I guess, certain things. Like I've heard some people complain about the Remarkable as a reader. It's not a good reader. I haven't had any issue with any EPUBs that I put on Remarkable from the Move or the RM2. Now, the Move is just an awkwardly shaped tablet. When I go to landscape mode and I read the books, the EPUBs and things, it's fine. The Move is not the tablet I'm going to be trying to, you know, annotate on my PDFs for work or anything. I'm not trying to do that with the Move. But the Remarkable 2, I haven't had an issue with it. With PDFs that I bring over and reading EPUBs. It's just it doesn't have the Kindle app. And a lot of my reading is done in Kindle or I use Audible. So but any EPUB I brought over, I haven't had an issue. And like my main use case for Remarkable is working on my projects. So, every time I get to a certain point within the project, every 4 chapters, I just add that to that first draft of that EPUB document that I have and I bring it over. And it's fine. The only time there's an issue with it is because I messed something up in the formatting of the EPUB before I made it an EPUB. So I'm happy with the Remarkable. Honestly, my daily carry is the Remarkable 2, the 10.3, and the Move. That's my daily carry.
Is that like the stack? Is that what the stack?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't leave the house without it. Like since I haven't been at work because I'm on leave, my 10.3 use cases has went down a little bit because I use that a lot for work. I use that a lot for work, and I use it a lot for my daily journal because I like the bulk management feature. A lot of my creative workflow is done on Remarkable. Like today, we left the house, we went to the coffee shop, and I walked out of the house with just the Remarkable, and that's it.
You did. You didn't even bring a backpack.
I didn't need it because I didn't need my laptop. And so I just walked out with the Remarkable. And now the meeting notes function, I actually like the meeting notes function. I'm working on a video now where I'm showing the 3 platforms that I like the most for meeting notes. And I'm just showing why I like them. And then at the end, I'll give which one I like the best for that process. But yeah. What we got in the chat?
Christian says with recording, she'd love to have had the iFly Tech in school. And Mitchell says most PDFs are A4 or US letter, which is close enough to 4:3 ratio that RM2 Pro Pure will handle it fine.
Now I know Dave over at Tablet Tech. Shout out to Dave. He actually made a video when the Move came out. So there's a way that you can format your PDF to fit whatever screen size you have. So you can format it, and he used this a lot with his PDF planners, because he uses PDF planners that have links in them, like PDF planners and notebooks and things like that. He creates his own. So if you guys are looking for that, you should go check his Etsy store out. But he created a couple of those that are formatted like for the Move. So and I bought a couple of them, and they're great. And he even showed you, and that's why I like Dave, because he's not just selling you something. Like he showed you what he did. And he there's a resource you can use that allows you to format your PDF, for the Move or for that tablet. I'm just too lazy to go do it because I don't really use PDF planners like that, like PDF linkable PDF things. I don't really use too many of them like that. But yeah, Dave put out a new Dave put out a new Remarkable video showing how you can use image insertion for your tablets now. So check that out over at Dave over at Tablet Tech. Check that out. So yeah, let's hop into this hype. So the Remarkable Paper Pure hype. Sweetie, on release day, I was excited about it, but I wasn't that excited about it.
Why?
Well, because I was like, okay, it's 10.3 inches, it's black and white. It's not the Remarkable 3 or whatever. Which honestly, I didn't care. I might not be a Remarkable purist. I said this is a cool tablet. Carter 1300. What is it? 226 or 227 PPI. So like I didn't care because all of this stuff looks the same to me. Like I can't see a difference in it. Like I can put the Lumi or the Manta next to the RM2. You can see a difference, but even that difference, to me, it's not like a to me, it's not a huge difference. Now, when you have them side by side, you can see the difference, the better resolution and all of that. But like right now, I'm just looking at my tablet. It looks fine to me. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. So I'm not really big into all of that. My whole thing is normal, everyday, daily use, like normal use, not like the macro 10K camera to show you the pixel separation and how they move in their environment. I don't care about that. Does it work good when I use it in real, just regular environments? All this stuff looks good to me, so I don't know. It doesn't bother me whether if it's Carter 1200 or 1300 or 226 PPI or 300 PPI. Does it look good? Yes. So I wasn't like down on any of that stuff. I just was like, oh, this is cool. It's not EMR, is active. But everything I saw, I was like, it doesn't seem like it's too much different than the RM2 outside of I'm pretty sure the screen tech is better and it might be snappier. But as the weeks go by and I see, a couple of content creators putting more content out, now I really want the thing. Now I'm getting the hype bug for the paper pure because it's a lot of comparing it to the Manta,
Mm-hmm.
throwing it in the top 10 now. And my thing is, if it's so much like the RM2, if we're saying, well, if you have the RM2 and you like the RM2, you really don't need the paper pure.
Yeah.
How is the paper pure automatically hopping into a top 10 and it's like top 5, top 6 when 2 weeks ago the Remarkable 2 wasn't anywhere near your top 10? If you're telling me it's really the same tablet. And then EMR peers are telling me, well, it's not it's not as premium because it's plastic and it's active, not EMR. If I'm gonna say the Gen 2 10.3 isn't as good as the Gen 1 because it's not EMR, how am I saying the paper pure is better than RM2 and it's active, not EMR? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't add up. And now people are putting out videos to convince me
Mm-hmm.
the Manta's a better tablet than the paper pure. So
Yeah.
now I want the paper pure.
So Mitchell says Voya showed the pure whooping the RM2 on page turn, zooming, scrolling, etc.
And I expect it to do that. It should. I must admit, I didn't watch that video long enough to get there. But, and I expect it to. It's a newer tablet. I know it's going to be faster and snappier. So it's just because it seems like I saw a video today and it was graphics tech, and I like graphics tech. Shout out to him. You should go check the video out. He talked about the pure, but he talked about the pure versus the Manta and why if you are a Manta user you don't have to buy the paper pure. And I'm paraphrasing. This isn't his exact words. Um, like why if you are a Manta user do you need the paper pure or are you missing out or whatever? And I'm just like, why are we going out of our way to hype up the Supernova Manta over the paper pure? Yo, if the Manta fits your use case, buy the Manta. If the
Yeah.
Remarkable tablets fit your use case, then buy the Remarkable tablets. It's not,
Just buy what
yeah,
you
just
like.
yeah, buy what fits your use
What you
case.
need it
You know what I'm
for.
saying? Like,
Duh.
we don't have to hype up one over the other.
Clearly you do.
That'd be my biggest beef. That gets me in trouble. Like I bought the Supernote Manta, but because of the hype, because all of these people were hyping it up so much, and in some aspects, some content creators I feel like go out of their way to push the Manta or a Supernote tablet in general, and so I bought it. I bought it for the sole purpose because I keep hearing it's in a class by itself, separate from like the 10.3, and you can't really compare it to the 10.3. So I bought it because I wanted to see, oh, how is it really that much different? And honestly, the Mata and the 10.3 are almost the same tablet. Honestly, they really are. I know that's a take that no one's going to agree with. But they're almost the same tablet.
Mitchell says the thing about the RM2 is it had to be both a premium flagship and a mass market appeal. RM has the Pro for their flagship now.
Yep.
Sharon says Manta and Pure, apples and oranges. And Christina agrees with Sharon.
The Manta and the Pure are apples and oranges because the only and honestly, I think, and this is funny, and I might be wrong on this one. So especially Mitchell, you let me know. I think the Manta and the Remarkable Pure are apples and oranges because of the software and the UI and just the difference in tools on the tablet for its note taking, organization, things like that. I think that's what truly makes them different. They're both in the same size category. Now, what's funny now is the Pure and the Manta kind of both have the same qualities. They're both plastic devices. They both bring repairability to the market now. I don't know how repairable the Paper Pure is. I do know I can now remove the back and I have access to the internals. Just like I don't know how repairable the Manta is. I know you can remove the back. You have access to the internals. I know I should be able to swap my battery out on my own. They do have the expandable storage. When the SoC comes out, I should be able to switch that as well. I don't know if you'll be able to do that on your own with the Manta. I'm sorry, with the Remarkable Paper Pure. I mean, when it comes to the screen, if you damage the screen, I think you have to send the Manta back anyway. I don't think that you can buy this. I don't know if you can buy the screen and install it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like early on when the Manta first released, somebody in the Discord community cracked their screen and they had to send their Manta in. Like they didn't get a new screen sent to them and they fixed it themselves. They had to send it off. They had to send it back. So I don't know. So with the repairability and the build, kind of put them in the same category. They're both all plastic. They're both all repairable now. I don't know. What Mitchell say?
RM's never sold parts.
I mean, you are correct. Supernote sells the battery, and that's it. And I just, I'm curious to see what the SoC is going to look like because that's what a lot of Supernote enthusiasts are selling us on is the promise of upgradability. Even though they also will turn around and say, don't purchase any tech on what the company is promising you, purchase the tech on what it offers right now today. And right now today, I don't know what this upgradability looks like with Supernote. I don't even know how much this SoC is going to cost. I would assume it's going to cost like $300. I don't know.
Hey Sherry, I can see the battery for the Pure for the EU at least.
But yeah, so I just now it I really want the Pure. I want the Pure. I'm thinking about just ordering the Pure. Thinking about ordering the Pure tomorrow. I wanted to wait because I know the moment I put this order in, sweetie, I'm gonna be waiting for the delivery.
You are
for the next 3 to 4 weeks, however long it's gonna take.
And you are, sir.
I was hoping that Remarkable just gets in it. I mean, that Best Buy just gets in the stock so I can get it within 2 days.
Wishful thinking.
But yeah. So I'm excited. And the thing with the EMR versus Active, when it comes to Remarkable and now what Books has done, I can't tell the difference. I really can't. I was writing on Remarkable 2 today. I wrote on your Kindle a little bit.
Oh
yeah? Yeah, we was at the coffee shop. I mean, you was sitting right there in front of me. You must have weren't paying attention.
You sure?
I mean, I didn't write. I just was scribbling on it because I was trying to see something. Because I heard, Voya did his review of the Kindle Scribe Color Soft a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking about the writing experience was a downgrade from the Gen 2, which I can agree to a certain extent. I don't think that it's a downgrade. I think that whatever this nib is, I think the new styli on the Kindle Scribe Gen 3 is not as good as the previous iteration of that stylus, which is that's not it. I had it up here somewhere.
Hope says at this point she just need one. She tell her which one to get.
Hope, when you come to the studio, I will let you test all 15 of them.
That's a shame.
That is a shame actually. Um, I was just playing around with the Gen 1 and Gen 2 premium pen. It's a better styli than the Gen 3. And I also realized the nib material of the Gen 3 Kindle Scribe styli, it's a different material. It's like slicker.
It is.
And that's really what plays a large part in the writing experience. Because when I put the nibs back in from the Kindle Scribe premium pen, it works fine. It really feels just like the previous generations. And we also have been using ceramic on ours. We've been using the Rants About Tech crystal nib on ours. And because I have a couple of them, I think I might have like what three or four of these now.
Yeah.
So I have three of these, and then I have the smaller version of the ceramic nib that fits the Kaweikos and the Dr. Grips and the Statler Jumbos. And I use ceramic on them, and it's fine. I haven't damaged the screen. I've been using ceramic on the RM2 as well. I haven't had any damage. So yeah. What we gonna check?
Impossible to describe as EMR, so it has to be better. And Sharon says, it is the stylus. I have a few that give a better writing experience. I changed the nib on the Gen 3.
Yep. And that's another thing too, I kind of realized. We start talking about these writing experiences and stuff. Sometimes you have to mix and match the nibs to get the desired feel you want. It's the same thing with the AI Note Air too. The styli is good that they supply. It's the nib material that I don't like. And I did the same thing with that one. I switched out the nib, and it writes just as well as the 10.3, the Remarkable 2, all those things, the writing, the feel. And that's what's cool about the nibs that you can find the writing feel that you like. That's the one thing you can't do with ceramic. What do you say?
No, that's how it's talking. You need every tablet, Aaron.
No, if you want to know the truth, Hope, I have 15 tablets, and out of the 15, I only use 3. Out of the 15, I only use 3 tablets. I only have 3 tablets that I personally use daily, which is the Remarkable 2, the Move, and the 10.3. The rest of them I have because I make content on them, or I used to daily drive them and I found a better tablet. So before the Move, the AI Paper Mini was my daily mini carry. That will be in my bag, the 10.3 and the AI Paper Mini. I got the Move, and I just like the Move better than the Mini. Even though in some aspects the Mini does more, I like the Move better. Now, there are times I will walk out the house with just the Move and just the AI Paper Mini, especially if I'm traveling. You know, I'll probably have the 10.3 in my bag, but I'll have the Mini and the Move where I can just easily grab them and do what I want to do. If the Nomad had a light, I probably would use the Nomad more than I use the Move. But the Nomad doesn't have a light, so all of the reasons I would use the Nomad kind of went out the window because it doesn't have a light. The Go 7 I just don't use anymore. For one, it's too small. And then secondly, it doesn't have a writing surface. I think Jay, Not the Professional, just went live.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. I think he went live. I think I got a notification that said Jay went live.
Mm.
Oh, Jay is live.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm gonna catch that on replay. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna do a top 10 list though. What do you think, sweetie?
Top 10. Do it.
Oh, we've been on almost an hour anyway.
We have.
Chat, we've been on a while. We've been on almost an hour. So let's do this. Let's go over and check out Jay Not the Professional on YouTube and support him on his live. And we'll be back on Monday for our full show. And then we'll do we're gonna compare the AI Paper Mini versus the iFlyTech AI Note Air 2. I've been working on that comparison, and instead of doing a full video, I think I'm just gonna do it on live. So we'll check that out tomorrow afternoon around 8 o'clock. And Jay just went live, so let's go. What do you say?
We already got your top 3.
Oh, you already know my top 3. Yeah. I'm gonna do the top 10 list though, just for kicks and giggles. But I'm actually take my bias out, and I have a whole little, what do you call it? I have a whole little like formula I'm gonna use. I went and I did some stuff.
Formula, guy.
Or process.
Formula.
Process. But yeah, let's go check out Jay Not the Professional. He's live now. So let's go check him out and support him. And thank you guys for sharing some time with me and Sweetie on a Sunday.
Thanks, guys, on a Sunday.
And we will see you guys tomorrow night.
On a Monday.
On a Monday. All right.